Have you ever felt like your dreams were maybe trying to tell you something? Have they ever come true in strange little ways? Well, for Bree, she has had a couple of these experiences. In the past, she's had some dreams that have predicted just little things about the lives of people around her. She predicted a pregnancy once, and just other little things that happened to have come true after she subconsciously saw events happening with them. But when they suddenly turn a little more violent one day while she's in the middle of a fight with her best friend, she gets a little disturbed, I would say. While she doesn't think a whole lot of them and just expects them to be a normal nightmare that might occur, they slowly seep into her mind and she thinks about them more and more and more as different things are occurring around her. So Bree is the 19-year-old college student who is the main character of my book I'm writing, which is called The Betrayal. And she's just trying to figure out life when her best friend one day goes missing. And with these dreams, she starts to get a little more paranoid each day. She wakes up to a noise inside her apartment, and she thinks, oh, maybe it's Cassie, her best friend, looking around for something because they live across the hall from each other, and it happens from time to time. They share stuff, it's no big deal. But when she gets out of bed to go investigate the strange sound, and it turns out to be a strange masked figure who she's never seen before, she doesn't know who they are, what they're doing, and she freezes. She starts thinking if there's any weapons nearby, what can she do to protect herself? And then as they just kind of stare at her, they're just like looking directly into her eyes, not saying a word, Bree slowly backs away and then makes it out the front door of her apartment and starts running. And then the person chases. So of course, she keeps running more. And eventually she ends up just booking it into the woods across the street to try and lose them in the trees and whatever. So she's zigzagging around, trying not to trip on stuff. But then she comes across a little pond, and she sees on the other side of that pond from her that there's a little old building. And she's like, oh, perfect, let's go hide there. So she makes her way over, and she seems to have lost her pursuer. So she thinks she's okay to go hide for the minute and they won't catch her or know where she is. But then as she gets to the front door of this building and tries it, it's locked. So then she's like, oh no, this might not end well. But then she follows the wraparound porch to the back door and it's open. So she takes that opportunity to sneak in and look around. There's nothing in there, no one. It's creepy, old, falling apart. But there's a hallway off to the left, so she takes that hallway and it's pitch black due to the grime covering the windows. There's no light getting inside really. So she feels along the wall as she's walking for any sort of door handle or window or something she can escape from, because at this point she heard footsteps outside. The person had seen her go in or something. They'd followed her. So she's looking for something to hide in. She finds a doorknob, so she turns it and it groans and creaks open, and she's like, oh my gosh, they're gonna hear me. But she does it anyways. She goes in, shuts the door, and then she just waits. She's silent, though she's breathing heavy because she's obviously in panic mode. But she's waiting, and then suddenly the door tugs. She grabs the handle to try and keep it closed from her side. But due to the age and the poor quality remaining of the structure, her side of the doorknob snaps off. She goes flying back, hits her head, and blacks out for a little bit. And then when she comes to, after she's basically accepted, oh, yep, this is it for me. She comes to and she's tied to a chair in a different room of this building. Her ankles are bound to the chair legs, and then her arms are bound behind her back. And as she's looking around, seeing that there's nobody, nothing, where did the person go? They slowly kind of creep out from the darkness behind her, and she's like, what do you want from me? What are we doing here? Why are you coming after me? Because she has no idea. She's trying to rack her brain, see if there's anyone she's pissed off recently, but no, she can't think of anything. And as the person does like a slow lap around her, just observing, not saying a word, and Bree's like, hello, why are we here? And then the person kind of starts talking about why Bree's there, basically. They're saying she's betrayed them, caused them harm, and they just want to get revenge, and this is what's going to happen now. But then she's slowly gathering, like, I don't think I'm the right person. You don't have the right person. I'm not who you're looking for. And she tries to think up a deal that they might take. But of course they're like, no, you're gonna go straight to the cops if I let you go. This isn't happening. Even though Bree's like, I'll help you. I promise. I'll help you find the right person. Just let me go. I won't say a word. False. We all know that's false. So then they start kind of saying what they're gonna do, why it's happening. Very vague though, all around. And when Bree's offered final words, she kind of spits at him, tries to piss him off more. I don't know why, but that's the choice she decided to make. And that just results in the end coming faster for her. She then gets, to put it less detailed, she gets murdered. She feels everything. And she's living it through whoever's eyes this is. It's not like she's spectating or anything. She's like in the person who is the victim of the stalker, basically. And when the body finally gives up after being attacked so much, she jolts awake in her bed in her apartment, where she still is because it was a dream and she wasn't actually just murdered. So she tries to shake it off and just keep going about her day. And she does. She ignores it for a little while. She's like, oh, it was just a weird nightmare. Again, nothing weird of it. It's fine. But then when she's out looking for Cassie in the woods, they stumble across that same pond. And then she starts to connect the dots. She's like, wait, I've been here before. This is weird, because no, I haven't actually been this deep in the woods before. And then as she slowly scans up, she sees that same old building and she loses it. And Donnie, her new friend who she met while they're looking for Cassie and just all this stuff, he's like, whoa, what's happening? What happened? And so she tells him, and he's like, okay, this is a little bit crazy, but it's okay. We're gonna figure it out. Let's go check out this structure and see if it really is the same one that you happened to have in a dream before. And so they go investigate it, and then it just kind of gets a little wild after that. So trying not to spoil the entire story here, I'm gonna say that's a good sneak peek. If this does sound really interesting to you, please stay tuned for more. I will definitely be making more videos about the book I'm writing, which again is called The Betrayal. I've been working on it for about 2.5 years at this point, I think, and I'm just really excited to start getting people interested in it. So then maybe if I can one day get it published, I will have some people who genuinely want to read it. And that's kind of my goal. So thank you for watching this video on Sadie stuff. And yeah, like, comment, subscribe, whatever you feel like doing. And we'll see you back in the next video. Bye everyone.